Hello everyone, my name is Clay. Welcome to Calem Enterprise Training. Today we're going to focus on contract and service level agreement. A contract defines default service level agreement parameters for preventive maintenance work orders and corrective maintenance work orders. The service level agreement is defined as a number of days or hours that one must complete a work orders based on the time needed. And there's also cost monitoring that you can define a ceiling cost for the contract, and then Calem can monitor the contract remaining values and raise a flag when the remaining value is below a threshold. There's also credit flag that if credit is on hold for a site that you're providing the maintenance services to, and if this flag is checked, all work orders under this contract would be put on hold and cannot be proceeded. There's also a data range defined for the contract. And you can further define service level agreement for work order by category. For instance, an emergency work order could have their own SLA parameters. For service requests, you can define SLA parameters based on priority. You can also set one of the SLA as default. At the contract level, you can also define what your assets are under this contract. You can view the work orders currently under this contract, the contract contacts, and also the document and attachment for the contract. Business lines that are under this contract, we will revisit the business lines in work order module. For the contract, you can also define the SLA time window. For instance, if it's 24/7 or if it's by office hours only. Now let's look at the hands-on lab. In this hands-on lab, we like for you to create a contract for a site with one of your EAM sites as a vendor site. Set default SLA for the PM work order, then set default SLA for the CM work order. Add SLA for work order for emergency category, so you would define specific one SLA parameter set for emergency category, and then define SLA for service request as default. Let's take a look at the failure module. We support two use cases. The first use case is you use a failure code to create work orders. And the second use case is when a work order is being completed, the technicians fill out the failure code, root cause, and action. Here are the components for the failure module: the codes for failure, root cause, action, the failure resolution, failure template, and also the asset group that are related to the failure template. So the first step is to define the codes for failure, root cause, and action. Next, you define the resolutions for a template. A failure template is essentially some kind of a set of failures you define for an asset group or location group. Next, you assign the failure template to asset groups or the location groups, and with a flag to indicate if the failure should be set at work order completion. So now comes to the hands-on part. And for you to create failure codes, root cause, and action, and then create template, assign failure template to an asset group, and require that failure code be filled out at work order completion. Our next module for the training would be the work order. And hopefully through the training, you should be able to build out the contracts and failures to prepare them for the work order module. If there are any questions, contact us at CalemEAM. Thank you.